my stars, this is Gwendolyn. This video is going to be a video in a series about the personality numbers 1 through 9, and this particular video is about personality number 4. So the 4s, first of all, your personality number is sort of like your outer shell. It's how you interact with the world, it's how you may appear to others, it's how you communicate. It's sort of loosely similar to the rising sign in astrology. So it's who you are on the outer core level, the outer shell level, as opposed to your life path number, which is who you are on a core level, on the inside, the center of who you are, and what you'll need to satisfy your life's path. But the personality number is how you engage with others, how you communicate. A lot of times people, if they're trying to guess your sign, they'll guess your personality, your rising sign or your personality number rather than your life path number. So a 4 personality number is the builder. And the 4s can be very nurturing because sort of corresponds with Cancer, which is a very nurturing sign that has to do with the home. And it has elements of Virgo as well. It's very grounded, and it can be very precise. It may be very concerned with laws and order and structure. If you think of the image of the 4 walls, that's very 4 energy. So if you think of building things, like right angles to things, if you think of a square, that's very 4 energy, it's 4 sides. And it can have the feeling of feeling boxed in. 4s can sometimes feel a sense of restriction, but they're also very good at building foundations, and they enjoy seeing the work of their own hands. So 4s often will like building things, even if it's something from as tiny as like a birdhouse to as large as like a government structure or huge things. 4s like to build their empires and see the work of their own hands, and be able to point to it and say, I built that. So on the high side, 4s are very grounded. They're very structured. They're very, they're very capable of building things. They can be very like analytical, or crossing the T's and dotting the I's like a Virgo. A lot of attention to detail. I always think of architects when I think of 4s because it's got all that 4 structure, walls, building energy, and it's also got 4 is the 4th card of the major arcana is Emperor, which is very hierarchical, very principled, very interested in laws, rules, regulations, boundaries, what's in, what's out. And it can also have to do with the home, like who's in, who's out, who's in your inner sanctum and who's out. Where does it go from left to right? What is up and down? 4s will be able to tell you all those things because they know where the boundaries are on the map. The low side of the 4 can be rigidity, or feeling boxed in, feeling closed in, feeling like their sense of order can sometimes be oppressive. So order can be it can help us build great things, or it can help, it can constrict things. And 4s can sometimes have that feeling of feeling boxed in, or feeling like the 4 walls are closing in on you. So it's always recommended for 4s to try to think outside of the box, because that is often a challenge for them. But they're often able to build great things because, just like a bricklayer, they're willing to lay one brick in a consistent, way that enables structure, enables order, and you see the flourishing of that from their building efforts. So if you have a 4 personality, I hope this lends some insight for you. Use your strengths in terms of order and building and foundations and your groundedness towards your work. Use those principles to see the work of your own hands, whether it be on a small scale or a grand scale. And if you're a 4, try not to let limitations and boundaries constrict you. See if you can think outside of the box. So that's my personality number video for the personality number 4. And as always, I just want to thank everyone for watching. Yours in the stars.